draft tonight.
He's a Spur now, and we're gonna go all the way.
Victor Wembanyama is officially a San Antonio Spur.
San Antonio erupting in celebration, ready to welcome Wemby.
He's not LeBron or Tim or Kobe or anybody else. He's Victor.
The spur of the moment has arrived.
I'm a San Antonio Spurs. Can't wait to come home, baby.
Tipping off a new era for the Spurs, Victor Wembanyama could be the greatest NBA draft prospect ever. And now he's coming to the Alamo City.
The Spurs selecting Wemby as the #1 pick in the draft, and the frenzy is just beginning. Tonight, complete coverage from the Big Apple to across the Alamo City. We're at watch parties, the AT&T Center, plus new reaction just in from Coach Pop.
But first, we kick things off from Brooklyn, New York, with sports anchor Nate Ryan, who has Wembanyama's reaction. Nate?
Yeah, there were a couple tears, EC's, coming down Victor Wembanyama's cheek as he put on the silver and black hat walking across the stage here at the Barclays Center. He is officially the third #1 selection in San Antonio Spurs franchise history. The other two guys, Tim Duncan, David Robinson, both now in the Hall of Fame. But we've heard the fans, we've heard Spurs general manager Brian Wright talk about what Wembanyama could bring to San Antonio. Tonight now, with the hat on his head, we could hear Wembanyama talk about what it means to be a San Antonio Spur.
Not skipping the steps for me makes sense because it's an easy way. It's easy to make that mistake, and yeah, I'm glad I got people around me that can help me not make that mistake. I can't wait to wear my first Spurs jersey. You know, it's yeah, I just can't wait. It's gonna be it's the start of such great adventure, and we never know what's gonna happen, and this is what's exciting, you know. I'm really glad, you know, I've felt so much love towards me by the Spurs fans ever since May 16th. You know, I think there's murals of me in the city of San Antonio. This is so incredible, you know. I could not ask for a better welcome than this. I really love the fan base, man.
And this is a young man in Victor Wembanyama who grew up wearing a Tony Parker Spurs jersey. Now he's got a Spurs jersey #1 on it, which is confirmed the number he's going to be wearing in the silver and black on himself tonight. You talk about culture, he's now a part of it. Tony Parker came up a young French teenager, just like Wembanyama is going to, playing for the same head coach that he's going to in Greg Popovich. And tonight, Pop commenting on his newest superstar at Spurs Lane, and that's where we find our man, Vinny Vanzetta. Vin, I'll pitch it over to you. Wembanyama is a Spur, and the Spurs now have Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah, Nate, great story there. Not long after the Wemby pick, Coach Pop came in, sat down, and said, and so it begins. Yeah, Victor is officially Spurs draft property. Here's some thoughts from his head coach.
Because of all the hype, he'll have a target on his back. So more than O's and X's to begin with, we'll be most interested in setting a framework and an environment where he's comfortable, where he can be Victor. He's not LeBron or Tim or Kobe or anybody else. He's Victor, and that's who we want him to be. Just like with every draft pick, whether it's the first pick or the 27th pick or the 38th pick, we have a responsibility, each and every one, to try to create an environment where they can reach the best success possible for them. I don't think he's going to need a lot from me in handling pressure. His parents have already done a hell of a job. I'm very excited. You don't want me to jump up and down, do you? Put on a show for you? I'd do a somersault, but I'd be out for 3 months.
Yeah, let's not have any of that. A couple of housekeeping notes. Coach Pop says Wemby will play in the NBA Summer League. To what extent, we don't know, and no decision if he'll represent France in the upcoming World Championships. And EC's and Henry, the last burning question now is, when will Victor get his own cereal, like some Slam Dunkin' O's, baby? It's what I'm talking about, you know? Go Spurs, go. I'm not going to eat these, though. These are old, so just for show.
Thanks so much, Vinny. Everyone needs some Wheaties in their life, you know? And Spurs fanatics are excited to see this generational talent on the court.
And they're ecstatic to welcome Wemby to the family. Ken's Five's Hannah Tita, Alicia Nieves, and Megan Reyna are covering reaction tonight.
Let's go first, though, to Hannah, who's at the AT&T Center. And Hannah, I will say it was nice to see it packed tonight, though you were there when the excitement exploded.
Well, Henry, I can tell you, it was just, the energy was off the charts at San Antonio's official NBA draft watch party tonight. I mean, the Wemby wave, you saw it taking over the entire AT&T Center, and the #1 draft pick hasn't even stepped foot on this court yet. Take a look at the merchandise that dropped literally seconds after Wemby was drafted. I mean, the line was right outside the store as people rushed to get their hands on a brand new Wemby jersey. But I want to take you back to the moment, that historic moment when the San Antonio Spurs selected Victor Wembanyama. The loudest stadium in the country tonight. Though it was no surprise, dreams came true. The San Antonio Spurs entering a new era.
Championship. We're gonna go out there and get that ring.
Fans dressing for this historic occasion, our own Ken's Five coverage on the big screen. New merchandise hit the shelves tonight, but we spoke with a fan who may have been the first to wear a Wemby jersey ever. Moses Thatcher posted this photo online back in September, initially getting some backlash.
Y'all not going to really get them. Y'all just wasted your money on jerseys, and now we're here.
So instead of jinxing it, you know?
We're spoken into existence. Go Spurs, go!
Go Spurs, go! Go Spurs, go!
Well, fan gear is just going so fast right now, but you can pick up a brand new Wemby jersey right here at the AT&T Center or go to SpursFanshop.com, and I'm sure we're going to see Wemby's name everywhere during games this fall. Reporting live courtside, Hannah Tita, Ken's 5.
Yes, we are. Thanks so much, Hannah. And imagine the honks downtown.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, downtown San Antonio is very much alive.
Cheers have been filling the air all night. Ken's Five's Alicia Nieves joined fans for a packed celebration. Alicia?
Guys, fans say the Spurs are back. You know, people could predict what was likely going to happen tonight, but when that moment happened, when the Spurs officially made their pick and it all got real, the crowd went wild. We've been hearing honking up and down downtown and through Southtown tonight. The city has come alive again. Joy and relief filled the air at the friendly spot.
We just want to be a part of this this environment.
Victor Wembanyama is headed our way.
Wembanyama!
Fans say tonight's pick moves San Antonio back to the international forefront.
I couldn't be more thrilled just for the city, you know, the galvanizing force that the Spurs bring. It's back. It's back.
No one's ever seen a guy like this. I mean, David Robinson couldn't hit threes. Tim Duncan couldn't either. This guy can hit threes, and he can do a lot of the stuff that Tim Duncan and Robinson did. I mean, that's what I'm excited about.
These loyal fans believe the future is bright for the Spurs and San Antonio, especially inside the arena, with hopefully more sellout crowds.
I think he would do good with our championship.
Sweep City's back.
Y'all better come to the games.
Every game.
What hypes these fans the most? Our youth will soon know what it's like to have a winning team with players only seen once every generation, if we're lucky.
It's so exciting, and especially for her to get to grow up with the Spurs, hopefully at the height of, you know, their basketball greatness, like as it was, you know, when we were younger.
I think he would be a player that people would remember for many years.
Facts.
Go Spurs, go!
You know, fans are also looking forward to seeing how Coach Popovich will start to mold Wemby to coach him into being the absolute best player he can be. We have a lot of people who are telling us they're excited for this season and they're already planning to attend Game 1. Live in the heart of downtown, Alicia Nieves, Ken's 5.
We cannot wait. Thanks so much, Alicia. Now to the economic boom. Victor Wembanyama means big money for the city and county. I met with top leaders who are riding the Wemby wave.
As you see him right there, Allen the Rock with his step back, his skill set is wow. See what I mean? That's just amazing.
A slam dunk for San Antonio and Bexar County.
These kinds of wins when you come to sports tourism are huge for San Antonio and our city.
One man, one player, Victor Wembanyama.
Wemby's going to take the Spurs to another level. They're going to be interested in our hardwood this year.
The spotlight on the San Antonio Spurs shining a tad brighter with Wembanyama sporting the silver and black. San Antonio's mayor and the Bexar County judge are riding the Wemby wave.
We're anticipating another economic boom with Wemby coming into town.
We know that there's a history of economic impact through, hugely hyped picks like this.
The NBA brand is a powerful brand, and Wemby is going to be a powerful addition to the city of San Antonio.
Mark Anderson is the president and CEO of Visit San Antonio.
So this story of bringing Wemby to San Antonio is so important for that global story. And for us, it really comes down to the economics. The global traveler, the international traveler stays longer and spends almost 4 times the amount of money when they visit the United States.
A powerful addition not only to the roster, but the Alamo City.
Last year, tourism added about $16.5 billion to our local economy. Just think what this message is and this excitement of this huge NBA star Wemby is going to mean for our city, for the Spurs, for our local economy.
These players are game changers.
Bexar County Judge Peter Sakai calling the Spurs an economic generator. Sakai talked about the future of the Spurs when adding Wembanyama to the mix.
I want to make sure the Spurs never ever leave, and I know the Spurs are totally confident with the support they get here. If Wemby takes us to the next championship, the Spurs are always going to be the San Antonio Spurs.
As for Wemby, he will surely feel that warm embrace from a community who sure does love their Spurs.
Puro San Antonio, he's going to discover that. You can't replicate that, anywhere in the world.
Adding to the family, the Spurs is rooted in culture and history, but what's behind the actual name? We look back at what spurred the silver and black. Bill?
ECs, I want to know if we get free coffee tomorrow morning. Do we get free coffee? It just feels that exciting. All right, coming up, we've got a weekend forecast, and it's up next.
Tonight, all of Texas is welcoming Wembanyama. Whataburger tweeting out, the W stands for Wemby now. HEB tweeting, "We ready, y'all." And the San Antonio Zoo unveiling a reserved parking spot just for Wemby.
And the city officially rolling out the welcome banner for Wemby. Look at this, right in front of City Hall. The newest Spur will call the 210 home tomorrow.
Let's continue our team coverage now with KENS 5 reporter Megan Reyna. She is live outside Southtown 101.
And Megan, this is a popular spot for Spurs fans tonight.
Oh yes, Henry, just look right behind me. This huge Wemby mural. It's not even done yet, but so many fans are coming out and taking pictures in front of it. I think we have a few fans going right now to take a photo. The excitement here is real. But with this excitement for the future of this franchise, we also wanted to take a look back at its history, specifically with how the team got its name.
Get the price on the ticket. It was $5.
Across Adam Montalvo's home, countless memories dating back to 1973, the year the Dallas Chaparrals moved to San Antonio.
So this here is the letter that they sent my father after he won the contest.
That contest was from a local newspaper asking people to submit their idea for a new team name. Montalvo's late father, Valentin, had a few names in mind, but eventually landed on the Spurs.
I think it was a variety of things that, being from South Texas and, being Tejano.
But he says they never expected what would come in the mail.
It says, "Dear Mr. Montalvo, thank you for helping to name the San Antonio Spurs Professional Basketball Club."
Montalvo was just 7 years old, but still remembers his father's reaction.
Oh, we were hysterical. He was on cloud nine.
As a result, his dad got tickets to the season opener at Hemisphere Arena. He eventually bought season tickets.
We would go to all the games with them.
Since then, from the ABA to the NBA, Montalvo has been loyal to his team.
I think this is just the beginning again, or the rebirth of a really good dynasty. So hopefully that comes to fruition.
A dynasty that your father named.
True. Facts.
Well, Montalvo has seen a lot of championships since his time being a fan of the Spurs, and he's hoping to see more. And I think a lot of fans agree that they're expecting more championships to come with Wemby on the squad. Reporting live from the South Side tonight, Megan Reyna, KENS 5.
That is awesome. Thank you, Megan. Wemby Mania. All right, let's get on board Chopper 5 and show you where he's going to be playing. The AT&T Center, where I promise you some of the crowd shots from inside there and the watch party, it looked like there were more people at the watch party tonight than at most regular season games this last year, right? Unbelievable. All right, so partly cloudy skies, 84. It's a comfortable night. East and northeast winds at 6 miles an hour. In fact, this is the first mid-80-degree hour we've seen in a while. Most of the nights of the past have definitely been in the 90s at this time of day. So we're finally in the mid-80s. But our air, look at this. The live air quality monitor is still showing unhealthy for sensitive groups. Remember, there's 2 levels of unhealthy on air quality. Unhealthy for sensitive groups in orange, unhealthy for everyone in red. So if you have asthma, COPD, any respiratory condition, watch this for tomorrow. We could be dealing with some poor air quality. One thing about our air today, not as hot. 3 days in a row, we had 105 for afternoon highs. Today, 10 degrees cooler, and it felt so much better. 95, 99 at Hondo, 107 Pearsall, 108 Eagle Pass, 93 in New Braunfels. It still feels pretty warm. Heat index still 105 at this hour. Pearsall, Cotulla feels like 85 out the door in San Antonio. So tomorrow, just like today, no excessive heat warning for the first time this week, but a heat advisory. The excessive heat warning dropped for southern counties because the heat index values there could reach 120. For us, it'll be closer to 115, maybe up to 117. Our high tomorrow should climb to about 100 or 101, so it will be warmer than it was today. And the heat index should be 105, 106, maybe as high as 107, with 110 to 115 off to our south. See, the high has had its back turned a bit. Over northern Mexico, just slipping a bit to the west, that's what allowed some of the rain we saw early this morning. And then the last 2 nights, it's been pretty nice. But now watch what happens with this high. It starts inching its way back into Texas. And then we definitely start seeing things heat up and dry out. So these last few showers this morning were probably just about it, about half an inch in some spots off to our east. But tomorrow's computer models are showing a pretty dry forecast. I would say a 10% chance we see an afternoon shower on Friday. All right, 7-day forecast time from San Fernando. Oh, by the way, Tropical Storm Brett heading into the Caribbean, probably going to die out over the weekend with a lot of upper level wind shear. So not a storm to worry about. All right. Now to the 7-day 101 tomorrow. Then we're climbing 102 to 103 Saturday, Sunday. 104 is waiting for us on Monday and Tuesday. We're right back to the triple digits. We might have some breezy days, and that will definitely help. But speaking of a good breeze, provide it for someone. Project Cool. Drop off a brand new box fan to any San Antonio fire station. If you need a fan, swing by the Guadalupe Community Center right across the street from Lanier High School between 8:30 and 5 to pick up a fan. We're back after this.
All right, you know what we're talking about. No grand prelude or anything like that. Victor Wembanyama is a Spur, and you want to see more of him. You also want to see more of my colleague Nate Ryan. It's debatable, but we're going to bring him back anyways. Our buddy Nate Ryan, of course, at the Barclays Center today, in an evening that has prompted the best of Wemby, I guess you could say. You went out and you did probably the best piece of hard-hitting journalism of anyone in town tonight. Would you not agree?
Yeah, Case, I would. I would. We've now moved outside here at the Barclays Center as the draft, the first round of the draft, rather, is winding down. Look, Victor Wembanyama, the newest San Antonio Spur, but also the newest resident of San Antonio, right? And at the podium, he talked a lot about basketball, but also talked a lot about joining the San Antonio community. He talked about his yearning to learn Spanish. He even mentioned some breakfast taco love in there as well, too. After he hit the podium, each member of the local media, myself and all the other San Antonio markets, were granted one question one-on-one with Wembanyama. I didn't want to learn anything about hoops. I went straight for the breakfast tacos. Check it out. You're coming to us from France. What is the best way, Wembanyama style, to make a breakfast taco? Give me everything you're putting on your breakfast taco.
So I don't know much about breakfast taco, but let me try. First of all, what meat do you use? Beef?
You can put whatever you want on it.
Chicken then. Chicken then. What's the name? The tortilla chicken.
You going flour or corn?
Corn? Yeah. Some lettuce, some cheese, some sour cream. Tell me if I'm wrong. Sour cream. And yeah, some pepper, red pepper.
Flew all the way to New York just to ask that one question to Victor Wembanyama.
On Ken's
Look,
5 tab for that.
there's gonna be some local taco spot that signs up and they start selling those. It sounds generic, but I'm promised like a couple penny stocks on the dollar. I don't know what's funnier, his answer or the height disparity between me and Wembanyama there in the video.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I think that's a good place to put a bow on our coverage, right? I don't think it'll get any better than that.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
How about
Nate Ryan, the Barclays Center. Get home safe, my friend. UC's was all about that, cheering him on with the cord. Okay, more smiles about as big as I get for the man over my shoulder, not Nate. Pop, you know, and he's impressed with Victor's tools. But the biggest thing that's getting to Pop has nothing to do with basketball. Vinny Vanzetta explains.
If there's one word that has surrounded Victor Wembanyama the majority of his life, that is the word hype. And I can't think of a better place than the San Antonio Spurs, the best organization in all of professional sports, to help him learn, grow, understand, and take that hype to greatness.
He's got a great disposition, a good combination of an intellectual ability and an emotional intelligence, that there's a way to handle that responsibility and still let people feel, somewhat close to him. So he doesn't need a lot of advice in that area.
He's now a San Antonio Spur, scheduled to land roughly 1:30 Friday at the Executive North Airstrip, and I'm guessing both sides of the road will be filled with fans of the silver and black. Welcome, Wemby. Outside the Spurs practice facility, Vinny Vanzetta, Kens 5.
I'd say that's an accurate assessment. Back to wrap things up next.
The whole time? Oh, come on. The clock approaching midnight here at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, but the NBA draft is barely halfway finished. No surprises at number 1. Victor Wembanyama is the newest San Antonio Spurs. Second round just underway. Now the Spurs enter the night with 2 second-round picks. Number 33 they just traded away, so the number 33 pick Leonard Miller is going to be playing elsewhere. They've got another coming up around the river at 44. We'll check back in on those picks tomorrow morning because the clock, as I mentioned, has struck midnight. On our NBA draft coverage from Brooklyn, tomorrow we're boarding planes. So is Victor Wembanyama. He's off to the Alamo City, expected to land in San Antonio tomorrow around 1:30 p.m. We'll have a crew live at the airport updating on Victor Wembanyama's arrival to San Antonio and then his eventual watch party on Saturday. But it's been a fun few days in Brooklyn. Gotta love it, E.C. St. Henry, right? Good times. Number 1 pick, Victor Wembanyama. It's all happening here in Lake. Dude, come on. Dude, what does that say right there? San Antonio.
All right, yo, I'll cheer for y'all.
All right.
Let's go Victor.
All right, that works.
Victor.
I'll let you guys take it from here.
All right, stay safe out there, Nate. And before we go really quick, we want to check this out really quick. Do we have that photo of the license plate that we just saw? A Wemby license plate that somebody ordered on draft night.
Oh, look at this.
Wow.
So apparently you'd like to give it to Wemby in exchange for a hangout sesh.
A what?
I mean,
A
hangout sesh.
Has that ever happened to you before, Bill?
Nope.
We'll see you back here tomorrow. Have a good night.